Okay, welcome back traders. I am the ichiMoka trader. Today is the 8th of March, and I'm just going to quickly go through my trades of the day and take a look at exactly how I trade and how the strategy works. Today there wasn't a whole lot of setups, but there was quite a few on the scanners. I had a few come up, but actually only put up USWS ENSV as well as GBR. Got GBR off of Ross Cameron Trading this morning pre-market, so I decided to put that on my watch list. So I only had a few that I was looking at, and today there wasn't as many setups. With ichiMoka strategies, you never have a ton in a day, but when you do get them, you usually you have a high percentage of success. So I'm going to start here with USWS, and we're just going to move ahead here and get right into it. So right now, the first thing that I'm looking at, of course, is my red cloud in the front here. So that's my first indicator that I'm going to be looking to go short on this trade. And the next thing I'm going to be looking at is my moving averages here. So my blue is below my my orange moving average here. So this here is more of a short term moving average. This is more of a long-term type moving average. Anytime you're below or above that with your short, that also short-term moving average, that also can indicate going long or short. So in this instance here, the blue is below the orange, so we're looking to go short. Got that cloud here, we're looking to go short. And then the leading lagging indicator here is actually still in the cloud back here, so we can't take a trade yet. The ichiMoka is not set up, and really need to take a look down here as well. The ichiMoka strategy, which is what I use and developed, which is utilizes your MACD as well as your stochastic RSI overlays. So in this instance here, we are lower than the midpoint of the MACD. That's going to show a short as well. So that's indicating that the momentum is to the downside as well. And then here, we're waiting for this indicator in a short instance to come back up into the overbought so that I can see a cross and then make my trade short. So right now I'm really looking for my entry point. You can also see that another indicator that I like to watch is here is the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. So that's coming through across here, and we broke through that. So when you break through and you hold below it, it often means that you're going to be going in that direction for the whole time. Not too many times does it just come straight through and then straight back up, straight back through that VWAP and hold. So if it does, well, it does. I don't have a setup anyway, so I'm not biased long or short. It doesn't really matter to me. I just have to wait for everything to line up. And here I can already see the blue is crossing above here, which I like to see right before I make my entry point. We're just going to go ahead here and take a look. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's just go back one candle. So right now we're getting much higher here to make our entry point. You can see that it's starting to curl together, and a lot of people do trade at the 80. You can see the 80 number here. I have increased mine to the 90. I do like to have it that much higher, but in this reasoning today, the reason that I did go short with it was simply because I had every other indicator except for that one crossing in that one spot. So in this instance, I decided to take it. I'm in looking at 940. It's going to be 940 and 59 seconds when I push the button short. So that should be good. And you can see on the RSI stochastics we have crossed, and sorry, I'm just getting my stuff lined up here. Okay, so that that shows right here. So I got in on this at 3:04, and it dropped down to when I got out. Let's just take a look. Okay, moving forward, moving forward. I don't have anything indicating for me to get out yet, and it's at this point that I pushed to get out. The reason I did was we saw this blue line start to curl back up. I usually have it a little bigger, so I'll just make that larger. So you can see that it really made a correction right here, and this isn't coming down as quickly as I would like it. Not like you see here on this, where you really seen these lines coming down. This one didn't really break down the way that I wanted, so at that point I've decided I'm going to take my profit. So I took my profit there. You can see USWS. I took 1,000 shares. I shorted at 304. My locate cost me 52 euros just to make the trade. I covered at 282. That gave me a gain of 0.22, 22 cents on 1,000 shares minus the $52 locate is 168 euro. So that was my first trade of the day. Feeling pretty good, enjoying it. That was a winner. I'm just going to continue on with this. Here we go. I want to show a trade that I kind of missed. So in this instance here, I should have been on the ball, but I was looking at other stocks at the time. It happens. I mean, today it shouldn't have, but it did. Anyways, you've seen the blue, like I said before. I like to see this actually making that curve back down to the orange there, and of course we are way below the midpoint on the MACD. So I'm looking to go short. I should have been looking to go short again, and it crossed way above, so it's even a better indicator on this one to push that button once I came across. So I opened and I pushed the button. I would have been filled probably somewhere up here, but for the purpose of doing a demonstration here, at the end of that minute, I could have pressed and said, okay, I'm in on this one. And we're just going to go ahead and see how that works out. So nothing is taking me out of this trade if I had have entered it. You would have continued in like this. And okay, so we crossed here, and we're starting to come back with the blue crossing here. This would have been probably a decent spot to get out. You could have made quite a bit more money on this trade, but I missed it. It is what it is, and sometimes that happens. If you had have waited for the ichiMoka, you would have been one trade after the cross, right? So you would have been here. You would have got out on the ichiMoka. Sorry, actually on the RSI stochastic. When it got to the oversold and you waited for the oversold, then you would have been able to profit from 276 down to 253. So with the 1,000 shares that I had, that would have been 230 euro. So I missed that trade, but it's one that I wanted to show just because it was a nice setup. So I'm going to go quickly to the next one here, ENSV. ENSV came up, was on the scanners this morning. You know that it's going to have some momentum, and I'm going to show why I took this trade. Okay, so everything on this is actually working out. We have our forward cloud here is green. We have both of our moving average here above our midpoint on the MACD. So we're definitely looking to go long. It also came up strong on the morning scanner, so you know that. And our lagging indicator is good here. Now I waited through all this to confirm, because I want to confirm where I'm going on this. I'm waiting for this to come down below here, below the 10, so that it crosses and I can kind of get in this. This is a great example for anyone who trades momentum trading. So we have Relentless Trader, RT, and then we have Warrior Trading with Ross Cameron. They're all going to be looking at the high of day here, the pullback, people taking profit. This is going to create a bull flag, and the break of that bull flag, you could go from, like I say, the top here of 677, and I mean it went all the way up to 746. I mean this is a massive good move you could make a lot of money on. I don't trade momentum because you have to get in and out of that very quickly, and it's stressful, and I just wasn't as successful at it. I find that using the ichiMoka strategy, or the ichiMoka, the way that I trade it, is a lot more relaxing. I sit back, I have my coffee, and I'm waiting for these things. I'm not on the triggers like they are. I know that they're going to be going long at about 677 here, so I'm gonna wait and see how this works out. Let's see how this goes. So on this candle here, so when I saw it cross on the stochastic RSI, I immediately pushed my button. I got filled right here at 647. So 647, and it ran up. Let me get rid of this here. Make it a little bigger. Okay, so you can see that when this opened and it came up, it ran straight up. It went through that high of day and immediately rejected. So it opened here, it ran all the way up, and as soon as I seen that it wasn't holding these levels and it's kind of flickering around like this, I immediately pushed my sell button. Unfortunately, I got filled a little low. It would have been nicer to be out a little higher than that, but it is what it is. Sometimes you're going to get fills that you know, don't capture as much profit as you want. But hey, at the end of the day, I profited on this trade, and right here where it popped up, it didn't make it through, and then it came back down. So I always kind of wait on that second candle. You have here this green line. This would have been my stop loss. And I often move my stop loss as quickly as possible to my break even. But I usually wait at least a candle or two before I do that. But I'm watching the price action and how much volume is coming into this candle. So here I felt like, okay, it rejected hard on this one. If it doesn't hold above that line, if it doesn't hold above our blue line here, the high of day kind of average there, if it doesn't hold above that, I got to get out. So as soon as I seen that rejecting, I pushed the button and I did get that low fill. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at that. So that was on ENSV. I took 1,500 shares. I bought at 647, sold at 657 for an easy 10 cents, making me 150 euro on that one. The next one that we go here, so we gotta give us a good on that one. So we made money, 2 trades, two green profits there, so that's always good. So we're gonna get to GBR here. I don't want this recording to be too long, so I'm trying to speed it up. Anyways, let's take a look on this next candle. I just like to show how why I'm looking at getting into this. I'm looking to get into this because our forward cloud is red. We actually have a cross, the 50 going below the 200, confirming that we're probably going to be going short for quite a while. And then here we have the lagging indicator. It is clear of the price action, any of these candles. I don't care about the hairs and the tails. Just as long as this is not touching or closing inside any of these candles. So at this point, I am looking at going short. It looks here like I've got a good, maybe an entry around here somewhere, but I like to have this blue curling back down toward that orange before I take the trade. So I'm gonna just move ahead here. Let's see what happens. So on this candle here, we were already kind of getting close to the midpoint. I like to be a little bit higher than that, but it is what it is. Got in on that candle rate, got filled here. Now again, I kind of got filled a little low, but it is what it is. Let's continue with this. Nothing's indicating for me to get out of this trade. There's nothing indicating to get out. So now we're starting to see, okay, this has come up. Now I'm thinking, I want to get out of this trade because I don't want to take too much of a loss. So at the end of this candle, I had at 10:29. So 10:29 in 59 seconds I pushed, and I got filled right here. That gave me a 4-cent loss. Here we are, 1027 GBR, 2,000 shares. I went short. There was no locate cost. I had that in my main account in direct broker, and then here at 482 for a 0.04 cents, so 4-cent loss gave me an $80 loss euro. Not good. I would have liked to have stopped profitable, in the profit. Anyways, this one eventually, let's just go to the end. This one eventually did continue down huge. Maybe if I had stayed in and done that, but I had other stuff on the go, so I didn't follow it for the rest. But pretty good day in total. You can see I had a 238 euro win on the day. Since January 31st, I've taken 49 trades. That's not a lot. You look at momentum traders and they could do 49 trades in a day. So for me, 49 trades since January 31st. I have a success rate of 83.67%. With a profit loss ratio of 1:209. So the strategy, it works. It's been very successful, and eventually here I'll be trading live, so won't be advertising anything like that right away here. But as I get more confident with how I trade, still setting up hotkeys and stuff like that. I want to tweak some things because my fills aren't great. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.